diplomacy my master shared with me. I crafted the Reaver blade, but only at the behest of my sire, Janos.
See this shit, man?
What sorcery he and the others
Okay.
played upon the sword afterward, I cannot say.
Shape. Because of the two faces, right? It, whatever.
They fear what they don't understand, and they despise what
Like,
they fear.
like the chalice thing.
But no, I
Like,
do not hate them.
like this.
For it
Like how these faces
he has suffered much.
create this. Like way down back here.
Should they be forgiven?
Well, actually, down there's the temple. So the temple mirrors these type of things, right? See, does it see this? Like, I know this is Mickey Mouse in it, but this would be the eye. These eyes are looking in. These are eyeballs looking in. Bigger faces, you can see. Or smaller, however you want to do it. But the fucking point is, the Doth section here is the temple, which is contained in every tree on the fucking board. You know what I mean? So oh yeah, sanctuary. So there's the body of light, or your, I don't know how to say this, physical body that connects you with your mental body and emotional body, which helps you orient yourself in your family and friends and community, which helps connect you to certain things that you are drawn to, like art and music and or whatever, writing, gardening, etc., etc. So the reason you're drawn to these certain things is that you have a certain job to do. It may be as simple as thinking about something all the time, because your brain power helps the collective brain power. I know that doesn't seem like an actual thing. It's more like the theory of 100 monkey theory or whatever the fuck it is. But it legit helps to have people thinking about the same thing, even when they're not in direct communication with each other, because eventually, especially with the way the world is now, you will come in contact with that information if the person put it out at all, in any form. And if you work on something alone for years and years, even if you die with it in your house, these things are discovered later on and assimilated, as in objects and objects of power, OOPs. So OOPs contain information and grant people the ability to transfer certain light transmissions or whatever to one another. Memory or the information to do something can be contained in an object. A totem, like a fucking guitar or something, has the information in it to play the songs a guitar can play. Like, duh, it's an instrument. Duh, it plays the songs. But a guitar is set up to a certain octave system. Like Chinese, I think Chinese octave has like 13 or 8, and ours has 8. So the instruments, you're gonna play a different song. You're gonna be driven to play a certain way because you are limiting yourself by the tool you're using. Fuck. Where's the reason? Fuck no, scratch that. We have to start looking at the world as a collective creation, and that everything you do affects the whole, whether you are whether you're aware of the changes or not. As in, the changes you make in your life, your thoughts, resonate to the outside world. So, as you begin to alter your perception on reality, forces will come into your life that will try to get you to stay the same. Because these are aspects of yourself that are afraid of change, because they view themselves as a state of being and not a process of undergoing change. But everybody that exists, even if you're stuck with all your memories, you're still going to change. The memory thing, this karmic condition, drives certain groups to begin to view reality as a prison, and therefore ideas and religions come up around the idea that this is a prison for your mind that was created to trap you, and that escape is necessary. True liberation requires an escape from the imprisoned reality you find yourself in. Now that's true if you're living a certain way. If you're still let's stick with the Matrix analogy. If you live in the Matrix and you're not aware that you live in the Matrix, that could be viewed as a prison. But everybody knows they live in the Matrix. There is nobody here that isn't aware of that, except for who doesn't know? As in, the society is so prevalent that there is no, you can't be fooled into thinking you're not being propped up by the system. You're not, you're not free like the people in Zion. And I'm not saying the people in Zion are more free than the people in the Matrix. I'm saying technically they are. But it's a different type of work, life, view of life. But if you look at the movie, interpret it as the symbols that they are, the machine city and Zion are layers. That the machine city's on top, below the sun, that humanity darkened out for fear of the machines, which now humanity has been driven underground, and the machines live on top, with humans in the Matrix living in the pods that fuel the machine city. Workers separated from the production. You gotta view humanity as the different things in the Matrix. White devil, right? Melanin deficient. Ah! So what happened to us to make us all so different? What led to this idea of there being genocide? How can there be genocide if humanity is humanity? That's right, humanity isn't humanity. We are many. Call ourselves Homo sapiens now. But there's more like 3 or 4 creatures walking around Earth. Techno sapiens, Homo sapiens. You think of like native.
Excuse me. And on television,
Like,
in movie reviews, and also recent happenings at movie theaters. The land which is rightfully ours. Years from now, my people will be forced to live in mobile homes and reservations.
if consciousness is vibration waves, mind, and humans, consciousness uses vessels. Family is a way to contain certain vibrations. If families are destroyed, that vibration will find a resonance outside of the family. So, when people partake in genocide, you're spreading a resonance that was once contained to a people throughout the whole planet. The ancestor thing, how they talk to their ancestors, when they say that is the telepathic link to the superiors, as in consciousness that stays focused, even after death. Because death is a timeless state then. You live in time and space, but when you die, you're technically shed from that. Often compelled to return. But, shit.
How long has there been no water where you live? For years.
So,
All the
compelled to return. But if you build a light body up, say, your consciousness, nestle it into some sort of devotion or prostration outside time. Actually, that might be right. Then you maintain a link with those living. The living should not
Wait, is that a cheese and
assist
pepperoni stuffed crust?
The pepperoni and
the
Darn it! We're not big pizza, we're Little Caesars. The new
desires of the dead, but the dead should, if possible, assist the desires of the living. So, it's our duty, whether you think you're alive or dead, in heaven or hell, paradise or not, to assist what you would call light, love, life, liberty. The idea that life is conscious, and that through yoga or union between the macrocosm and the microcosm, that a greater order can be established in a world we view as chaotic. Why do we view it as chaotic? Because we're born uninitiated into the nature of ourselves. As in, if you're a child, baby doesn't know what it is. It cries because it's hungry, because it's sad, because it's tired. And to appease this fucking wheel of desires, we create games to, bide our time, because the child is just so annoying. You see, you've all had this fixation with aspects of your creative force while acting ignorant of what you're creating. So the idea of children, come here.